Hi, and welcome to Stamp with Ginny. Today I'm going to share with you how I made these cute little Matchbook Post-it note flag holders. They hold 3 flag sets and they're quick and easy to make. So let me set this aside and we'll get started. For this project I happen to be using the Crafting Forever stamp set. It's new in our 2017 catalog and it's a perfect stamp set for us crafters. So we're going to get started by choosing the sentiment and a piece of designer series paper. This happens to measure 2 1/4 by 1 3/4. And I'm going to be taking my basic black ink and inking up my sentiment, lining it up and stamping. And then I am going to be adding a little embellishment to the bottom, and I'm going to be creating a little flower here using my tree builder punch and this little image. So I'm simply going to flip it over and punch out a little flower. I found putting a dot here on the designer series paper was much easier than trying to track down this little flower. And so I'm going to add that little flower to my notebook. And then on top of that, I'm going to add a small rhinestone. Okay, and there's my focal point, so I can set that aside until I build the matchbook itself. Okay, and I'm going to use my Simply scoreboard. This piece of Melon Mambo happens to measure 2 inches by 6 1/4. I'm going to start by scoring at the 1/2 inch mark, and then I'm going to score again at the 3 inch mark, 3 1/2 inch, and 3 5/8 inch mark, and I can set this board aside. At this point, I'm going to fold the cardstock on the score lines just to get it started. And then I'm going to take my mat that will hold the Post-it notes. It measures 1 3/4 by 2 1/4, and I'm going to set that on there and take my stapler and staple about halfway. I want to make sure I leave a little bit of space there so that the flap will tuck in. And there you go. So you can see that'll close. And then I'm ready to take my designer series paper and add some adhesive to the back. And while it's closed, so that I can see where I need to place this, I'm going to add my focal point. Okay, now it's time to add the flags to your insert. So let me set that aside and I'll show you how I did this. I found these cute little Post-it note flags at a dollar spot, and I simply took them off the cardboard in the number that I wanted by cutting between the flags, and then I'm bending back the cardboard and trimming it so that I have this mounting piece, but so that I don't have this brown cardstock showing. And now I'm ready to add it. So I'm going to add some liquid adhesive to the back of these. And then I'm going to simply add it into my matchbook holder. In the order I want them. And since this pack came with a variety of colors, and I was using 3, there was an odd number. So there you go. I'll let that dry, and then as you can see, you can just tuck that in, and you're ready. So let me show you the originals again. If you'd like any of these products, feel free to stop by my online store. It's open 24/7, and you can get there from my blog, Stamp with Ginny. If you don't already have a local demonstrator or would like a catalog, email me with your name, phone number, and address, and I'll be happy to send you one. Thanks for joining me.